Hello everybody. So today I'm going to be putting in a scenario where the world just breaks up all alliances. No alliances anymore, just straight countries. Like, the US could literally just go, hey, I'm going to declare war. I'm going to declare war on Canada today. And be like, and everyone would just be like, oopsie. Okay. And Greenland also declares war on the US. It'd just be like, okay, do whatever you want. Now, that'd probably never happen in real life. No, they'd probably not break up the alliances. But we're just gonna say they did. Okay. This is gonna be a series, so check out the other videos. I will be posting once a day, if not that, once a week. Yeah, so the first war that's gonna kick that's off is Sudan declaring war on South Sudan. So yeah. One sec. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna kickstart this war off with South Sudan and making the tiniest bit of progress. Oops. With the tiniest little bit of progress. 1 second, I'm just gonna set the colors. The tiniest bit of progress right up in the north. Right there. And then keep in mind right now, Sudan's army is up here. So this really leaves South Sudan to take over most of the territory down here. And then Sudan's, and finally being fully mobilized down here, starts to take their land back. and they do so very successfully. Pushing back South Sudan's army fully. Oops. Then we color. And then they start a push into South Sudan, which goes really well, taking over the entire north half. They try and isolate it from all the other countries, which they do so again very successfully. Keep in mind, Sudan's more powerful than South Sudan. Then it reaches a stalemate as they encircle the entire of South Sudan. But as months go by, the encirclement gets smaller and smaller until they're eventually completely wiped out. Yeah, and in this peace treaty, we see the full annexation of South Sudan and into just Sudan. Yeah, so that kicks off our first war out. And now, with South Sudan out of the war with Sudan really doesn't have much else that they want to do, except maybe pull off a few stunts and try and take over. I forgot that name, as well as this country. Sorry if I make you mad about this. I really do not know these names, which they actually decide to do, just to make it easier for them. So if it takes a while. So yeah. Since they just took over South Sudan, they have a fully mobilized army that immediately takes off into this country and wipes out the entire thing. Both of them. And in this peace treaty, since South Sudan doesn't really want this land, they just wanted to get them out of the war. I actually have never seen this in a video before, but I'm actually going to say that they decide it'd be best to just take this land and then give the rest of the land just to see. They just decided to give the rest to, I think, Estonia is how you say it. Gosh, this is so hard to do. So yeah, now that that's um done with, yeah, they've now made an alliance. I mean, they really do like each other now that Sudan has given Estonia a lot of land. If I'm getting this wrong, please just don't mind it. If I'm naming it wrong, I don't really have comments, so just I don't know. Okay, so the next war that's gonna happen is unsurprisingly yeah, it's really unsurprisingly just since India and Pakistan have a really bad war or that they want to have right now. Pakistan declares war on India. And this obviously makes these guys join on because they really like India. I don't really know who Pakistan's allies are. But for the sake of Pakistan forcing them to join in, they're forcing China to join the war against India and all these other countries. I think this is Bhutan. Okay, so immediately Pakistani troops flood in because they were preparing for this war. They flood into India from all sides. Also, the Navy has also been preparing for this. So they have been like preparing for this. So I'm just gonna mark this as the Navy. They've been surrounding Indian borders because I don't know about this in real life, but in this scenario, they've been surrounding this side of India, as well as um, for some reason I don't know why they've been surrounding Pakistani borders and Saudi Arabian borders. So this is their navy right now. And then the border of all, and then the rest of the borders. Yeah, so, and then these are the Indian border, navy borders. They actually, Pakistan doesn't have that. India does. And then India has also been preparing this. So while Pakistani troops get on naval ships to surround Indian coast, since the Indian Navy has also been preparing for the Pakistani invasion, they have a bunch of naval across the border. And since they were interpreting China joining this war, they again they also have troops lined up through these countries on the Chinese border. And now a fully mobilized Indian Navy and army pushes in and meets up with the Pakistani Navy. And then there's a stalemate brought out as Chinese soldiers are sending soldiers to Pakistan. But they forgot one thing. Yeah, India is part of this war as well. I'm actually going to make the navies this tinged blue color. You know what? I'm just going to... And then the normal blue color. This is like the Allied navies. And this is the actual Indian Royal Navy that's been bordering this country for some reason. Even if they're like a few boats from these countries over here, it's still mostly Royal Navy. And then this is literally all Pakistani Royal Navy. Yeah. So India, fully mobilized troops, remember? They've been preparing for this as well. They start to push back Pakistani soldiers. And they do so very successfully. That leaves only a sliver left. Wrong color. There's only a sliver left. And then, because India, that's really all that India does with Pakistan so far. And then, oops, forgot to change the color back. Yeah, they start up the push into China. And Pakistan sees this as a threat because India is actually doing very well in trying to capture the Chinese borders. And they almost make it get over here to the Pacific Ocean right there. But the Chinese soldiers just stop them. Meanwhile, India, very slightly, but does in fact push into Pakistan. And since for some reason India brought ships with them, yeah, they pushed a navy. Oopsie. They pushed their navy in and meet up with these guys. Just kidding. They actually don't do that. They actually stay inside. Okay, I'm just horribly bad at this. I need to stay inside the land borders. And they managed to take all of the Pakistani coast, which leaves Pakistan just baffled. Also, at this point, India has taken over all of their country back. And starts to push into the north, which separates Pakistan and China, which they also have another successful push into China, which they do really well. I'm also probably overestimating India, but I really do not care. Also, I forgot to put in the markers of who's supporting who, and this might change your mind on how well India is doing. Because, yeah, they joined on the side of India, which, since the UK and the US are really good with each other, they joined. That's all the supporters right now. But Ukraine also decides to join in, which makes makes Russia join on the side of the red team for supporting. North Korea obviously joins on the side of the red, which means South Korea and Japan join in on the side of the blue for supporting. Taiwan hates China. That's all I have to say. And then, yeah, that's all I think would join the sport. Now I think you know why India is winning the war. There's only like one country. Ooh, I forgot to put something else. Venezuela supports China and Pakistan. Oh, I forgot to put. Oopsie. Forgot to put Sudan Empire back to white, because that's what it is. Now that that's actually like fixed, yeah, we're gonna go back to the war. So yeah. Now that all of this is going on, yeah, more Indian troops are flooding in. And eventually, Pakistan surrenders. Which just leaves China left. Which China, seeing after the Indians completely cut off their connection with India and their coastal region next to Taiwan, they decide to yeah, they decide to opt out of this war, which leaves everyone else that are supporters to also opt out because the war's over. And let's see what India gets from this. After I, do everything. Oops. Color picker. Yeah, so this peace treaty includes, since China didn't really ever want to be in this war, China really doesn't have land that's lost except for almost forget to get Taiwan out of the supporting thing. And the oopsie, Indian Navy. Yeah, so this peace treaty includes India. First, color picker. Bam. Fill. Whoopsie. Of that, I guess. I just have to do this because it's so annoying. It's so annoying having to do this every time. And yeah, Pakistan just literally just becomes a part of India. Well, hope you all have a good rest of your day. I will see you all next time. Bye.